Hello everyone, welcome to Dide's Crafty Corner.
Today I'm sharing with you this lovely inspiration piece as well as the projects that I was inspired to create after seeing this piece. This came from Split Coast Stampers from Razzle Dazzle, and this is part of the Oh So Inspired collaboration. Please make sure you follow everyone in the links below, check out all their videos, and don't forget to leave them a kind word or two. Alright, let's get started. So for my inspiration, I was completely inspired by the faux wood grain that I thought I saw in her card, as well as the dimension. I love the idea. Now this was supposed to be a positive and negative die cutting thing. I didn't so much do that. I just stuck to what my inspiration was. So for my first card, I cut the leaf out of my layering piece of cardstock, and I'm going to be inking that with some Vintage Photo, my favorite brown distress ink. And I'm just going to real quick go around the edges. Now I'm going to apologize for this video right now up front. It is off screen almost the entire video, and I am so sorry. I didn't catch it. I just kept going, and yeah, I cut a lot of it out because of that, so I'm just going to give you the tidbits. So I went over it with Vintage Photo and edged it up in the middle sections as well as the outside sections. The leaves and the dies that I used for this are from Stupendous. It's a Stupendous set, the fall leaves and die set. It's one of my favorites. It's an oldie but goodie. I will link it I will link it below if I can still find it. So I'm going to be stamping my stamp in the die cut to make sure that it lines up with my top piece. So my top piece is going to be that the brown outline that we just colored in. My inlaid piece is going to be part of the actual card base. So I'm going to be doing that by just putting the the outline on top, setting my stamp, and then going ahead and stamping it out. I'm stamping it out in VersaFine black. I could have used a clear sticky ink, but I know that my gold embossing powder would shine over it. Plus, if there were areas where it looked black and gold, I just thought it would add to the rustic feel of my card. So I did use the black ink, and then I went over it with a gold embossing powder, and I heat set it. Okay, so that's how I got my leaf. Now for the colors, I'm using Twisted Citron, a little bit of Wild Honey, a little bit of Phosphorylized Amber, a little bit of Abandoned Coral, and of course my Vintage Photo. I'm going to be spreading them out over here on my craft mat. This is the Tim Holtz craft mat. I kind of like it, guys. I'm going to go into more details, but I really kind of like it. So I'm just adding my colors over there, and again, we're not centered in the frame because I don't know why. I don't know why. And then I'm going to spritz it with some water, and then I'm going to take my silver my paint brushes, and I'm going to only use two of them. I'm going to be using the Silver Black Velvet 12 and 8, and I'm just going to be getting it nice and wet on the regular distress inks, and then I'm going to be picking it up with my brush. I'm going to wet my leaf completely down, and I'm going to pick up the colors with my brush and lay it down. And where it lands, it's going to land. I'm going to heat set it, do it one more time, and that will be the complete project. So I'm only going to use the two brushes. The larger brush did very well for me. I came in at the end and did the little part of the stem of the leaf with the number 8, and that worked very well as well. So again, I'm just taking that color, I'm laying it down, adding a little bit in different areas, and then off camera I'm going to just heat set it. I'll hit it one more time to bring back out some more of the greens, and really that will be the end of this. This took just a few minutes, right? But it was so beautiful, absolutely beautiful. Now when I got all done with the card, I did go ahead and just sprinkle some water on the wood grain panel of the card, and I thought that looked really good, and you'll see that at the end here. So I'm going to go ahead and speed through and show you the card. All right, and there it is. Turned out super, super cute. I love how it's shiny. I love how you can see a little bit of the black ink in the corners. It just made it very vintagey, I really, really like the way it turned out. Okay, so that's going to complete that card for right this second. We'll come back to it at the end. I'm going to add a little paper bow to the end, and I might add some more Winkestella. But let's get started with the second project that I was inspired to create. So I took that same panel, which was a faux, wood panel. I cut out the tree twice. So I cut out not the tree, I cut out the branch twice in the white paper, which is actually an off-white paper. And then I also cut it out in some gold glitter paper. And so I'm making 3 layers. So this is actually going to be setting above our inlay. So our inlay is going to be down. Our wood grain paper is going to have a foam background, and then this is going to be laying on top of it. So all of our dimension will be on top of the card for this one, where our dimension was underneath the base on the other one. So it still ties into the theme of this month, but just a different twist. So I am going to be leaving this card completely blank. I thought about using some green twine on it like I did the other one, but I've decided just to leave it just straight up blank. So let's go ahead and put some glue down and get it glued on. You can see the foam in the middle right there if you look. I'm going to take the glue, we're going to glue the little piece down, and then I'm going to sit a little heavy block on top of it for just a few minutes to make sure that it stays adhered, and that will complete that card. So this glue that I'm using is art glitter glue. It dries clear, so if it were to get on the outside, you'd never see it. It's pretty much awesome. Now I did think about adding a green ribbon before I glued it down right on the base, but I really just like this card with the pop of color in the middle and nothing else, so I left it that way. I think it's super, super cute. When it gets closer to fall, I might add a sentiment, but that was my second piece of inspiration. So it is lifted up. My front panel is lifted up on foam, so it has some dimension. My leaf is also lifted up, and there's some dimension there as well. I'll try to show that in the final pictures. And then this one, we're just going to remove the tape that's on the back. It's a foam tape. We're going to remove that. We're going to set it down on our card. We're going to add a little glue dot for the paper bow. I am loving these paper bows, guys. Loving, loving, loving. It is called, hold on, let me see what it's called. Riffa. R-A-F-F-I-A, Riffia ribbon. It's like a paper ribbon. I'm loving it. Absolutely loving it for crafts. So pretty. So, and so easy to use on paper crafts. So I'm absolutely loving that. So I'm just going to put the bow on with a little glue dot, and that will complete this card. And here's a look at the final pictures. So these are the photographs that I take at the very end. They look pretty much the same. They just look a little better in better lighting. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I will see you in the next video. And don't forget to go on over and visit all the other participants. Their links will be listed below. And don't forget to tell Alicia hi. She does host this for us. It's super sweet for her to do that. We greatly appreciate it. I know you do too. I love you guys, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.